Jeff Townsend for Super Sunday HQ. We are here Wednesday night at Adrian Peterson's Super Soiree Party. I am here with the legendary Phil Helmuth. Phil, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I just hosted a poker tournament for Aces and Angels for the troops, and basically it was maybe a little disorganized at the end, so I came over here. I'm hosting Adrian's tournament for charity at adrianpetersonallin.com Friday night. So that's going to be a great event, and you know, I'll tell you something. I agreed to come down here to host his tournament, and then I decided to host another event, and then my Packers made it. I'm so happy.
Woo!
The Packers made it. I'm like, that's my team. I've been watching a ton of football, so.
So, you know, what's the story behind you being a Packers fan? Like, how did that come about?
Dude, when you grow up in Wisconsin, it's in your DNA.
right.
I mean, you know, there's a couple of things. One, you're gonna like beer. All right. Number two, you're gonna like the Packers. And number three, you have to eat a little cheese. Now, my wife is allergic to beer. She doesn't like cheese. She doesn't like the Packers. That's how we had to move.
You know, I know you're a Palo Alto guy. I know you live in Palo Alto. We're Bay Area. I live in San Jose. So yeah, I had no idea that you grew up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I did. And boy, we had a nice poker game up in Palo Alto the other day.
A big win, I take it?
It was a nice win. I mean, I keep playing with these billionaires and athletes, and you know, I've been losing. So I won $12,000 Monday night. So a little win was good.
Sounds good. So, you know, I know you host a lot of these charity events. What is it like to host an event? I mean, is that difficult to know? I know you love to play, and you know, if I'm not mistaken, when you're hosting, you don't get a chance to play.
Well, I play, but I like to MC. So I've raised like $13 million MCing charity tournaments.
13 million?
Yeah.
Woo!
13 million, yeah, and that feels pretty good. So for like, but I don't have a foundation, so I've done it for like 20 or 25 different charities. So it's been kind of fun, and you know, I'd say like 70-80% of them I don't charge. Sometimes I charge, like if I'm gonna fly to Manhattan or Chicago, but this one I'm doing for free, but it's just kind of a fun week down here.
Sounds good, Phil. So I got a couple of poker questions for you. I think you're sitting on 11 bracelets right now, is that correct?
What's my hat say? Wait, that's too cocky.
What, aside from the first one, what was the most gratifying bracelet that you won?
I think maybe 2000, and it might have been 2000. It was either 2006 or 2007 when I finished second place in the tournament. So I think it was 06. And then, you know, and everybody said, Phil's done, he's not going to come back. And then 2 weeks later, I came back and finished first. So a second, and I know that was 06. So that was a heck of a bracelet because it was a great year. I had a first, a second, a third, you know, and you know, and a sixth, and so to win that bracelet after finishing second was really gratifying.
Absolutely, and you know, I mean, you're so much fun to watch. You know, so much skill. You know, you put so much passion into it. The online game is just exploding now. So many of these young kids are coming up, 21, 22, playing. You know, do you play very much online poker yourself?
I do, and you know, there's a lot of talented kids coming up. I mean, these kids devote their life to poker. They really don't have any expenses to speak of. They don't really have wives or responsibility. So all they do is study poker 24/7, and they've brought math into the game, and they've defined a lot of the moves that I've used for years have now been mathematically defined. And I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's great for the game.
You know, absolutely, and it's just crazy to watch the tournaments. You know, it seems like there's always like a new youngest player. Like every year there's a new youngest player, you know?
There's some great young players, and some of the guys, some of the younger players have played a little bit too fast and burnt themselves out. But we have a lot of these young players that have been around 5 or 6 years that are awesome now. And, you know, it's great for me to